Cool. So that's good.
We spoke right on the kind of the cutting side, right? I can understand just the opposite of that going to bulking, right? Kind of shifting that a little bit.
Yep.
So coming into summer though, we've got people that are probably running 5Ks, maybe run half marathons. How do you feel about someone thinking about their nutrition kind of for performance? So what should I do for myself in order to be really good for the marathon I'm going to run in November, or a half or a half marathon I'm going to run this August, right? If I'm looking 4 weeks, 6 weeks out or so.
Totally. Yeah. And this is an interesting one because it's a hard line for those people that are more like they're not professionals, like they're just kind of, they're weekend warriors, or like you said, they've got a 5K or they want to run a half marathon. So like they're not 100% performance focused. They're going to be aesthetically driven. It's probably more aesthetically driving them to like, hey, I want to look a little better, so if I sign up for this 5K or this half marathon, like I'll run more and I'll get leaner or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think, so like in that case, like if it's strictly performance for somebody who's like more athletically focused, then, we do what we got to do to provide the most energy. And it's funny, like you said, about certain athletes and stuff and, not looking the part, right?
Mm-hmm.
And someone mentioned this after that NBA All-Star game, and they were like, you look at like the top few NBA players, and they're all just like, they're not fit, they look sloppy, like Jokic, it's all those white guys, but like their bodies are like just like not that great, but they're like dominating basketball. Or and even like you mentioned like a lot of the baseball players, they're bigger guys, they're not super lean, right?
But even like a CC Sabathia for the Yanks back in the day, right? He actually, his performance, obviously mass moves faster, moves objects faster, right? So him, I remember one off season, right? His thing was what, Captain Crunch or something, right? He dropped like 35 or 40 or even 50 pounds maybe in an off season, and he had like the worst season of his career. And you look at that and you're like, oh, this is interesting, but he still has the cardio capacity to last a 9-inning game, throwing 100, right? Like it's very interesting.
Totally.
It's like, do you see that picture of Patrick Mahomes when they were celebrating after the Super Bowl? Like I think it could have been an angle thing, and like if you're listening, he probably looked great, brother. But it just like it like went viral, right? That like he just didn't look great, like. But nor does Tom Brady, right? With this, right? That's not, these guys aren't building for aesthetics, right?
No,
so you're building for performance, and whatever exercise they have on them probably helps them take a tackle and helps them throw a ball.
Well, and that's exactly right, and like and it's like a huge piece for like longevity and energy availability. Like I'm a hockey guy, so like Phil Kessel's like the hockey guy where like his body was terrible. He looks like a 40-year-old dad basically at this point. But he's got the Ironman streak. He played like 1,300 games in a row. Guy never got hurt. Fast, shoots the puck hard, like plays a great game. And that's the thing, right? So like and even I got caught up with this when I was in sports. Is like I thought I had to look like a bodybuilder to be an athlete. And if I could go back in time, I actually would have eaten more and I wouldn't have got so lean, because it actually, like, you're going to hit a level of leanness where you're going to sacrifice performance, whether it's like power output or strength or all of the above, energy levels for sure, because you're trying to be super lean and look jacked. Whereas like, you could be 12 to 15% body fat, and I would say that's probably more along the, you want to live in that world of probably around 15, and then you've got plenty of resiliency, you've got plenty of strength, you've got plenty of energy availability, and so I mean that's kind of off on a tangent, but that's kind of what I think about now. Like the ideal athlete would probably be somebody that could live in like that 15-ish% body fat range and just function really well and recover really well and stuff.